Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Who's a good kitty? Who's a good kitty? Ah! Ah! Today we're going to talk about Captain Marvel. Soon as I get a plaster. Today I'm telling you. Today I'm telling you. So Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is the first female lead movie that Marvel has attempted to make, and it stars Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, which is her Earth name, or Captain Marvel, or her Kree name, Vers. Vers? That's not worthy. That's not worthy of my video. Vers. Because it's the end of your name tag. So stupid. The story takes place, is more set around 1994 of the entire storyline and everything that's taking place. You get a younger Nick Fury. We see a younger Agent Coulson, and it basically tells the story of Captain Marvel, including her, into the whole MCU. And, it honestly, I feel like if you took Captain Marvel out of the MCU, it wouldn't make a difference. I don't really see the weight that she has in the MCU right now, and it wasn't, I don't think that it was done well. Honestly, there were some good points of the movie, but also some very corny parts of it, And of course, there will always be that debate. Was it better than Wonder Woman? Because, that is the movie that we will be comparing this to. And I would say no. Wonder Woman is by far the better female movie. Basically, if you want to go and watch this show, I think you would enjoy it, because we get a little bit of Nick Fury's backstory, because the question that we always wanted to know is how Nick Fury lost his eye. I didn't like what they did with it. It felt like they just okay, they build up this thing over all the years of the different movies you're seeing. They talk about his eye and how he lost his eye, and last time he trusted somebody, he lost the eye. But we didn't know the last person he trusted and lost the eye was a Flerken. Really? Come on. I expected it to be a more grander reason as to how he loses his eye. But we go take that. What we could do? It's a Marvel movie. The fight scenes there wasn't so much action, and the fight scenes was okay. It was alright. But, that's certain times where I felt like they got certain things they got right with the show. Definitely was the nostalgia, It had that blockbuster. It had, they had all the jokes about the computers and, that old time. I really felt like I was back in that time. We get a little bit about Fury and his backstory. And again, we hear about Budapest. We really want to see what's going to be we really need to see Budapest. It would be horrible if they, they bring out a Black Widow and we still don't.
Budapest. Not Budapest.
Budapest?
Yes, Budapest.
Budapest. So there's this scene where they're at a diner and we get another reference to Budapest. And it's like, yo, what happened in Budapest? We want to know. And I think that Black Widow, if Black Widow does not touch on this, I don't know. I'm just gonna give up and I'm not gonna try to even figure out. So many references we got to it, and we got another one in Captain Marvel. So we need to know. Marvel, we need to know what's going on with Budapest in the Black Widow movie. At the time they released this was good, right before Endgame, because I don't think people would have gravitated to it, because yes, she's popular in the comics, but she's not so common among, the non-comic fans, people who not die-hard comic fans. They wouldn't know really Captain Marvel so much. So releasing it right before Endgame, made us feel like, hey, we need to know what's going on in this story for we to understand what's going on in Endgame. So yeah, that worked. There's a lot of funny moments, a lot of things that you could enjoy in the movie. It was good storytelling on my part. It didn't feel rushed because this was her first movie, trying to bring her into the MCU. It was a fair and decent entrance for me. I don't feel like, it was rushed, or it was like, well, I don't want to say DC, but that movie when Batman versus Superman and they just rushed it. Yeah. it wasn't like that. It felt good and glued together, and I accepted that. You know, it was a good one shot at bringing her into the MCU. You know, so Captain Marvel, I would give you a 2.5 on our rating. You know, because it was a good time, and yeah, it could definitely be enjoyed. Make sure and like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and this is another review.